I am so excited to have this second-hand mower. It has, I've gone up the middle of the archway, I've then gone right along the edge. It's all I'm going to need to do is just ask Mr. J or David Hero just to whiz along the edge with a strimmer, and it's going to look absolutely brilliant. It's really easy to manoeuvre, and so I've gone along the archway, and then as I've come up right on the edge here, the tyre has just, it's popped over into the raised bed. Not a problem, just kind of climb out of it again. I'm such an idiot. I'm not very good at driving things like this. Anyway, I will get better. I really will. But so where I'm at the moment, I'm at the top of the food forest. Very happy to have got so much done. And now I have to pause because the uprights of the archway are secured at the bottom with a 4-inch nail that goes through, and you put the nail through and then you're supposed to hammer it down so it's kind of bent downwards. I haven't done that, which means that there is a nail sticking out. There is a nail sticking out here, and it sticks straight through. I've driven into it. I've driven the back tyre straight into the nail. I heard all the air coming out of it, so I've just stopped. The tyre is now completely flat. So I've had to ring the company that we bought it from and say, what do I do? Can I have a replacement tyre, please? I can't believe I've only had it for 24 hours and I've broken my toy. 48 hours later, and I've had a good long chat with my neighbour, and they're popping over this morning to help me take the wheel off the mower, and then we're going to take it down to a local store and get a new tyre put on it. So phew, what a relief. I'm so pleased that I was able to laugh about it and not get too upset at my stupidity. So that will all be sorted, which is good. This morning we've had a day and a half of rain, so everything is really saturated here. But the good bit about that is that the raspberries on the hedgerow here are really plumping out. So I've been able to pick raspberries for probably the last month or so, only a few at a time, a few every day, but that's all we need. And the ducks are really enjoying the rain because it's bringing worms and slugs up to the surface. And so they are really enjoying going through the grass all the way through the orchard and seeing what they can find and feasting on it. If you're enjoying today's video, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you hit the little bell, YouTube will send you a notification each time I put up a new video. And here in the polytunnel, tomatoes are still ripening. I've got a forest to work my way through. So we've got a peach tree here that's now reached the roof, and I'm going to have to very definitely sort that out, do some sort of trimming on that. The tomatoes are all looking very good. There's plenty of red tomatoes to come, and there's more on that side. And then here I've got corn at the top, and beetroot and spinach at the bottom at this end, and chop suey greens at the other end. Now I'm not actually growing the chop suey greens for the greens. I'm growing them for their flowers because they are just huge, beautiful flowers. First saw them at Hugh Richard's place. Absolutely loved them. I thought I'd have some in the polytunnel here to cheer me up. And then at this end of the polytunnel, there's lots of stuff in pots. Excuse the chaos. So this is the end that I use for holding classes and workshops in. So it's just a space. It's got lots of it's got bales of hay for sitting on. It's got a table where we make coffee. Around the door there I've got my, can I point right to? So that's first aid kit. We're all organised for holding workshops in here. But this area has got buckets of potatoes. Now I brought those in last night because we were due to have for it to go down to 6, maybe 5 degrees, and I thought there was a potential for frost. Turns out we didn't have it because we had a lot of cloud cover, so that was good. What else have we got? We've got some currants there, some pineapple mint here, and some more currants there. And what's this one? This one is a geranium. Perhaps I mistold you the first time. I can't remember. And then over around this side, in amongst all the chaos there, we've got a couple of agapanthus, and then a whole load of trees that are waiting to go into the second polytunnel that Mr. J and I were going to put up last April. We still haven't got around to it, but it is one of our autumn jobs. Yesterday morning I spent a very pleasant hour out here. I cleared this bed of beetroot, so it has had beetroot growing in it, so I've taken that in the house to process. I've given a very small top up of compost there, just as a mulch to refresh the bed, and then I've planted in some winter salads. So here we've got winter imperial lettuce. These fuzzy lettuces are, and why can I never remember their name? It's a Salanova something or other, RZ, but I can't remember which it is. I will put the name up on the screen. It is cut and come again, so you pick from around the outside of it. It's got this lovely crinkly leaf. I really like it. You don't need terribly many of these to see you through quite a long season. And then just in the corner, I've just transplanted a pot marigold, so calendula. And my intention is for this bed to sow some rows of things like mustards in it. I keep forgetting to bring the seeds up, but I will put in some mustards to harvest as well, so that we've got just a small bed of salad leaves for picking at during the rest of the autumn and through the winter. In the far corner at the back, I've also got a bed of various different brassicas. So I've got a Brussels sprouts, one Cavallonero kale, and 2 which I think are purple sprouting broccoli. I'm not sure. Anyway, they have been absolutely ravaged by caterpillars because I haven't netted them, and we've just allowed the caterpillars to do their thing this year. Well, not entirely, but you know, there are certainly plenty of signs of caterpillar damage. But the plants are still, they're surviving, they're doing okay. What I find really interesting is how the Brussels sprouts and the purple sprouting broccoli have both been attacked, whereas the Cavallonero kale has been left relatively untouched. So maybe that's the answer, is to grow things that don't particularly interest the butterflies. I've got strings hanging down from the ceiling because I had thought I might grow more tomatoes or even cucumbers in this bed, and then decided not to. But the strings are up there, so I'm just leaving them in. They'll get used another year. So before it gets any rainier today, I'm going to head inside with some tomatoes and go and process these and wait for my neighbour to call round to come and help me get the tyre off the mower and get that fixed. And if you'd like to see everything that I'm growing in the vegetable garden, when we bought our new home about 13 months ago, I wasn't expecting to have built quite such a nice vegetable garden within the first year. I will put a link to my most recent vegetable garden tour on the screen, and if you click on that, it'll take you directly through to that video.